and take G2 down on their map pick of Inferno. Everyone knows how to play Inferno, Chad.
Just like everyone knows how to play Mario Kart.
I think that's fair.
Drive the car around the track.
Yes.
And our track is one that starts with 4 players over towards the second letter of the alphabet. Neofrag, Shock, Beast-Tick, and Zedco are holding on to that real estate, while Oscar has been tasked with A. And as we finally leave the T stairs, we see the creep with the bomb towards top middle here. Nico, P250 in hand. Bullet rings true.
Nico dispatched to Cellar B, and there's 4 players on the other end of this, so assuming they will eventually just contact into this A site. Just waiting for Nico to find it. Oh, he's caught a glimpse of many players. That's going to be a queue. They'll start to walk in. Oscar needs to ready himself for action here, and he's actually choosing to advance, so he'd need some very good clicks. And Jax is not having any of it. All right, can I call the round done?
Well, they do have the kit.
Yeah,
but we already saw them save on the CT-sided pistol of Vertigo. So, yeah, they're just going to save. You can call the round done.
Cool.
Cool. So, Rush.
Yo, what up?
Yes, Chad. How's it going today?
Hey, Future
Yeah, it's
Bros.
all right. Hey, Future Bros, what's going on? It's nice to be speaking to you guys. I miss you both quite a lot. Hopefully soon I'll get to see you in person again.
What, it sounds like we've got him locked away somewhere.
Yeah, you're
in a closet or something.
You're on holiday in Katowice right now.
Sure, it's all right. It's pretty chill.
Have you
I'm
been to the Pizza Hut yet?
No, I've not been to Pizza Hut. What have I had though? I've had some good food, some good room
Did you go
service.
to the fancy brunch place?
So I went to the I did go there. I went there yesterday.
The Indian joint or the fancy brunch place?
Both. I've been to the Indian place twice, and the brunch place I went yesterday. It was very nice.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Oh, you've seen the signs there.
Yeah, did you do the waffle?
And no, what did I have? I had the classic. Chad knows why I order at these kind of places: sausages, bacon, eggs.
Eggs and bacon.
There's some sausage,
toast.
Yeah. Have you waved at the Spodek yet?
A couple of times. There's a bunch of bikers
Waved
outside there, though, like cyclists. There's a big event going on. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can call cyclists bikers. I think that makes them sound far too cool.
Leather jackets.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get underway in this one, because it was Sinners opting to hold on to a bunch of their armor.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. This second round bye should be a little more potent than typically, with 4 save sets of Kev, means that everyone's definitely ready to give it a go. And we haven't seen a team win 2 rounds consistently off the start of a map yet.
Yeah, I think this is good that they did play the pistol round in that fashion, right? It means that they're making the best choice for that moment. And here's a bit of argy-bargy to the top banana. Zedco now in the window room, ready to deal with anybody second mid. And this is quite the aggressive play.
Oh, that was the bomb spotted as well. He wants to reposition. He won't be allowed to. Hunter not only puts Zedco down, but thrusts Shock into essentially a 1v4 unless Oscar and Beastic can get there in time. It seems they will. They're already quite heavily rotating, taking battle for long now. Oscar does slip through that smoke. He can't believe his action. Pushed down by the MAC-10. This is everything for Shock, and by taking that headshot, he keeps it competitive. Short's a problem.
Oh, they're running back.
They want to run for Neofrag if they can't find Pit. They have, though. Nico's given them enough to push him forwards. Neofrag's got so much to do. He looks the wrong way, and now they charge B. B-Stick, he's going to have to run faster. There's an AK to be retrieved in apps if he wasn't...
Nope. Oh, all right, we'll get it. Yep, there we go. We got it.
And he's got a shot. Kit, AK-47, he might have a look.
I feel like he should save.
No, Chad, let me live in the
I feel like he
land.
should save.
Okay.
And he will save. So he wants to try and get himself, there you go,
Hey.
all the gibblies and wibblies that he can find. Any utility on the ground, just run around, have a bit of a scavenge. G2 are still making sure they've secured the round.
If they actually just leave, though, with the round and 2 MAC-10s, like, it's a pretty soft first 2 rounds for Sinners to lose.
Yeah, it doesn't feel horrible.
No,
right?
not with the saved AK as well.
The problem is, though, it was a full investment right now. So this is where we see how deep the rabbit hole goes for Sinners. With saved AK, likely to be thrown across to Neofrag, but do they want to buy behind that, or do they want to take a save and invest into the next round of play?
Deagles and smokes around it would be nice.
Yeah, I kind of feel that if Beastic does give that across to Neofrag, he should buy armor with it, and it doesn't look like the in-game lead is willing to give up that AK. So okay, they could have done a lot with this, but they're going with the, let's say, safest of the options here.
And I'd argue that G2 have got the safest counter to it, which is some very highly mobile SMGs that can shred through your unarmored sidearms.
Yeah, so even with that AK, he will get destroyed if the MAC-10 is accurate. Curious little boost they're operating with.
Yeah, what's he...
I think they're hoping that they get smoked and then he can peer in over the smoke, potentially. Depends on how deep they throw it.
I'd love to see it from like Nico's POV, like what's he seeing as he comes around the corner. That's a pretty cool, nifty approach.
And it's also good as well because on that jiggle right here, he's in an elevated angle that you won't be pre-aiming, right? Well.
That's the end of that.
And the AK...
Is it fine? It's unretrievable?
Needs to be grabbed.
Oh, it's right in the open. Oh, bother, as Pooh Bear would say. And the Amanek 10's got nothing to report, I'm afraid. Neither do we. Bomb to be heading back towards B, admittedly. Maybe Neo Frag's got more on his Deeg. He keeps firing off shots. They know he's there.
See, the kit's close, right? So if this gets a bit sketchy in a moment, they keep it competitive. They go for the last few second defuse. Well, Jax doesn't want to have any of that. Through the smoke, Neo Frag goes down. Bomb going to get planted any moment. You got the flank coming in from the arch side of Hunter here as well. They'd love to get their hands back on that AK. Jax does exactly that. And now it's about withstanding any more of the onslaught. Sinners would love some more damage. And there's a great shot from Shock. Back of the head. Execution. 3 remaining. Woo. 2 remaining. Was almost 1 remaining there. Nico tagged up as well.
They are threatening, and they're going to make it costly again for G2. Nico's got to leave.
I don't think he can.
He's going down with the ship.
Please, can I leave?
Please, sir, let me leave. Jax is coming to bail him out. And Nico.
Oh, no, they're both going to go. They're all dead.
Oh, brilliant work. So Sinners, they haven't won a round yet, Chad, but I feel like they've got a little baby win in all 3 of these rounds.
Yeah, they've really just disallowed G2 from building anything of a bank here, and they've made all the rounds frustrating, right? It's frustrating, right, to have to play out in that fashion. The rounds have been close. There's been some great shots hit.
He tagged him on that. Very quick to the draw. And yeah, the fact that Oscar does manage to catch the full HP Jax, who was only called upon to bail out his teammate, forces the rebuy on all of them. They've only got, what, 2K in the back pocket of the highest end for G2.
Oh, double balcony. Okay, this is curious. It's a great angle to play, right? Now, the close mid sweep, Zedko's actually going to take that first fight.
I like the setup, actually. Look at that. Oscar and Apsa means that they are essentially safe. The only threat is long.
It actually gives them a lot of options as well, because another angle that they're not going to hard clear, right? On the jiggle, they're hoping to catch it. Don't even worry about this. Don't even worry about the boost. If they don't see this, they can continue to use it. G2 have already lost 2 players.
Yeah, you almost want to just, like, save it for a rainy day now.
Yeah, this is going to be a great setup when they do get to pull it out.
And then Oscar can fall back and support, like, long and Apps from Moto side.
Yeah, it's very versatile.
Yeah. All right, well, they are going to stick around in these boosts, so it will be spotted out here by G2. Fully blind, spotted out, and executed. This is the element of surprise, though. They're not going to be ready for a second. Your crosshairs are going to be much lower. Jack's pulling out a pin, does go down. A great incendiary to force the fight. Next is in the flames, and he's finished off nicely. Oscar. Pair of frags from the AWPer. Flanked a little bit here, but he's not going to miss his chance. And so, Sinners, 4 times the charm, they post their first.
And that money situation we've been talking about, you can see the ramifications of that immediately going into the next round of play. If G2 in the second round kept it a little bit cleaner, in the third round kept it a little bit cleaner, then they would be having an investment that was better than Tech9's Deagles at a bloody Galil. So Sinners have achieved what they were working, what they were chipping away at. They just need to convert this one. Now keep in mind that MP9 are a FAMA, so their buy's not perfect either. They have to weather the storm here in round number 5. This one cannot go shy as Oscar posts his big green up, down middle.
You've got 3 going second mid from G2.
There's a lot they could do with this util, right? Bit of an apartments pop. And it's been red there with that nade, so good damage done.
Oh, another one. Sinners, the CT setups, they're definitely competitive here. Truly.
Yeah, this is just knowing what, you know, likelihoods individuals be looking for on lower buy rounds like this. So using your nades against a Halls pop, softening them up like this, almost sending them away. It will just stall them out. Nico. Oh my lord, isn't that a beaut? So this battle between Nico and Neofrag and Banana might be one to keep our eyes on.
Yeah, it's going to be going on across both halves, I think, as well.
Oh, it's forced a rotation, so it's just a 2-2 here on A.
They've lost Oscar. Leaves Shock's FAMAS and Zedco's M4 with a lot to do. Pouring out the apartments, he unloads his mag. He's got nothing to report. And Zedco's got 3 to trifle with now. He's even paranoid about middle. He's looking the wrong way. Caught on the gap, a very fine margin. Elevated position, does take down Hunter, but he's running out of health and time. 10 bullets in the mag and shot from behind. Nexa will secure it. Traded nicely, swiftly. Bomb to be planted. Oscar arrives, as does B-Stick, Bomb Boiler. And G2 is so low. They shouldn't have a chance into this one, but with the bomb ticking, there is an element of it. The wallbang likely to come in from Oscar. And it's a potent crossfire. If Jax can find that first bullet out of his Tech 9 into the head, you're cooking with gas. And Deagle's not a bad shout here. Oscar's going to try and drop a smoke pit side and set up B-Stick for the push. The flash is good too. Isolate Jax a little bit. You'd think you'd isolate Jax a little bit. You know where he is. He's looking the wrong way. Jax gets the frag and last is pit. B-Stick running out of chances. He knows where he is. Hits the shot. Has he got it? I think he might just have pulled it across the line. Of very quick and close defuse. Woo! Okay, G2. They make that one hard, but they do fall at the final hurdle.
Bloody hell, all right. Well, there was a very, very fine margin in that one. It looked like neither of them wanted to go for the kills that were necessary as the retake. They were hoping that G2 would overstep the mark. So they do get across the line, but I think that spurred G2 into another pistol buy, looking very much the same as we just saw. And why not? If you get that close, and that's a frustrated look at Nico right there. Not looking too happy.
Oh, and a real opportunity to have twisted the knife there from Oscar. He's missed his chance. And they're up to apps. Vamanek, full control of that. 3-man defense established. Oscar completely smoked off and try and time his nades. Echo tested. Oh, that's magnificent with the M4. Armored pistols on the floor, all 5. And pistol upgrades for good measure. That's a quick one to equalize, 3-3. And G2 now surely have to buck the trend and actually swallow their pride.
Yeah, they do need to take an eco now. It's almost like they got baited into it just because of how the previous round got so close, right? So we've seen a prevalence from Sinners as well, wanting to play multiple members on this short slide to maintain mid control.
Bit of a team flash onto that first player. I saw Nico in the feed there. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication on that one. But yeah, frustration is going to start bubbling over. If Sinners can keep a cool head on their shoulders, if they can eke out a lead on this first half, there's a world where G2 fall and falter in 2.
This is 3 rounds in a row that are essentially pistols, right? 2 of them were upgraded with armor and until behind it. Nice shot there from Oscar. And this one here is as clean as you're hopefully going to get. So they get a real opportunity now to start establishing the CT-sided base of rounds. Shock just missing the head there. Oscar just missing the shot and well, a couple going awry.
Couple of chances fall by the wayside. Zedco confirms mid is still an issue and the entire G2 squad is there with their unarmored Deagles.
Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. It's not the instant, you know, 2 bullets to the head and then the spray follow-up. There are opportunities now for G2 to be converting these kills.
Nico had a chance right there as well. He's got an AWP and his Deagle. It's quite the potent mix for the superstar. And he's even got time. Now, the bomb is the issue. Retrieving that, he'd have to get through all 3 of them. B-Stick's working on the flank apps. I'm sure Nico's got the game brain to at least consider it's a possibility. Oh, and B-Stick's his next victim. Just playing for the long game. Throws away the AWP. Oscar will have to rebuy that. And now whipping out the M4 for more. Loud about this. Just using that Deagle. He wants to be threatening. Zedco's on the site. Missing his shots. How would he get the crosshair to the head? Nico about half a second from pulling the trigger. Zedco finishes the job.
Yeah, you're seeing just how sketch some of these fights are for Sinners. They're not finishing their meal very quickly. And now that the AKs are back out for G2, let's see what that means. Great shot from Jax. Lovely stuff from Nico as well. Now, denying the AWP, both teams playing the financial game here. Both teams showing that they've been crunching the numbers, happy to be economists in the future. There is enough to get the AWP back out for Oscar, but that base that Sinners were meant to be working on, it's not looking so stable right now. Zedco has the most remaining after the full buys have come in. He's got 3.8 to his name. Neofrag is the next with 2.8, but for Shock, Oscar, it's not looking good whatsoever. We were 3-0 out the gates with G2, their pistol conversions, and now it is 4 straight. And 3 of the 4 have been against these just pistol upgrades, right? So now we're going to get into the thick of the gun rounds. There's going to be a lot more of this coming down that Lost Bonus has started. 3 players over to defend B early.
Oh, Neofrag. Oh, he wants to bring some pace to the mix. And Nico's quick to the draw. He'll at least avenge his fallen comrade in Jax. And Nico continuing his campaign up Banana. He wants to battle for this control. The nades are good, the bullets are better. B-Stick pulls the advantage back.
What just happened there? I'm pretty sure we just saw G2 throw a molly top Banana as well as a smoke. I don't think that Sinners had to extinguish that to push Neofrag down. I'm confused.
They're into the site. Shock in trouble. He's dropped his smoke, but maybe that's baited in for Zedco. Yes, 2 backs are turned. Amanek quick, though. Through the smoke, it's going to be another for Nexa. He's battered, he's bruised. But that bomb's going down. 2v2 in the afterplant. Molotov could buy time. B-Stick once more. He's crawling in. Oscar in support, wide spacing. Does adjust nicely. Amanek 1v2, 1v1 and full HP to play with. No kit on Oscar, 1 close to the site. And Amanek hasn't ran away. He hasn't given up this control. Now dancing around the smoke. Oscar's just not ready. Good read of the game there. Amanek impactful frags as well as he pulls G2 into a 4th.
Yeah, I'm curious how that utility in Banana was lobbed out from G2. I'm still fired in on that, but regardless, this is where they can break Sinners. They're going to full invest with their crippled economy here. Oscar has been gifted an AWP, and we'll have to find some impact with that. That's
a real treat. Zedco's pulled all the pennies out from behind the sofa cushions to gift Oscar an AWP for our 9th.
Yeah, and you can understand why Neofrag and Oscar are the 2 highest rated players on this team, but he needs to find impact. He needs to be jarring now for G2. And you'd hate to see them lose this one and G2 start accelerating with a bit of a lead. T-sided ult for Nico here. Interesting little note. Amanek not wielding that one. Banana control is G2's, they just don't know it yet. And the real attack...
Is that a lurk smoke and a library side smoke? So they really do want to try and convince the CTs that, A, for the majority of their defenders, is the right choice. Good use of his smoke. B-Stick's timed that well. And that will deter G2.
If they funnel them back in towards A, this is where the AWP of Oscar is. And he's still posted up on mids. They have a lot of info. Zedco cannot go down here, and he's flirting with danger in towards the SMG and converts the frag. This is about to heat up.
Yeah, it really is going to get problematic for G2 if they're not careful. They're walking into the Lion's Den, the Orp's Den, and he's posted up on long. Amanek's already considering that as his route into the site. Utility at a premium. Nex has got that. He's going to be redeploying library side. Oscar's ahead of it, and ooh, misses his chance onto Amanek. They know the Orp's there.
They have to go A, 25.
Zedco, and a bit of a crossfire. Oscar everywhere. Still firing off shots onto short, and it's a double from Oscar. Triple before G2 can have anything to say about it. Oh, and Nico looking rather flirtatious with the AWP as well. 3 in quick succession. 10 seconds. Shock should have enough to deny this, and it will be finished off, but Nico's a threat. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where, he's always a threat. 12 frags. A couple of close attempts at the impossible, but Sinners pull across a 5th.
When you're Oscar there and you get that triple and then the round starts to get scary, you're watching through your fingers at that point, right? Because Oscar, he did it all. He did everything he needed to do. Check out the timer as these 3 kills are coming in. Stalls them out on short. And then, wow, flicking everywhere. Nico does a lot of damage here. A lot of damage, and Shock, he'll mop up that mess, but it was a mess.
Yeah, and he's putting bullets through a smoke there. Like, in that 1v1, after you've just seen what Oscar did, followed by what Nico did, you're very highly strung. So he kept his cool, converts the 1v1. It's all just water under the bridge, and frags in the apps. Zedko's gone, weapon recovered. It's only the MP9 though.
Yeah, and at least they went 1-for-1 with that earlier kill down middle onto Jax, because if Zedko has gone down in that scenario and just given up a life for free, you would not be happy chappies.
Yeah, but you know, Vertigo was clearly not a flash in the pan. This is going to be a real game for G2 if they want to push us to 3 and start their Pro League off with a W. At least at those opening 5 rounds. I know it's easy to get a bit overexcited when you have a competitive half, but don't forget.
Oh my lord!
Nico's here. Beastic.
What are you doing against that?
I mean, he's scratching his head.
What are you doing against that?
There's nothing he can do. It's round winning. It's absolutely round winning. Shock is the only man here. The bomb's on his way across now. He does unload his mag a bit willy-nilly. Has nothing to report. And Nico, yeah, I mean, you're doing the safe play. You're jumping for info, quote unquote, safely.
They're kind of going for this. Neofrag would have to clear out Banana, so he needs to kill Nexa to make this interesting at all. There's no kit here. I kind of feel just save Oscar's AWP.
Yeah, but of course Neofrag gets one that might convince them otherwise. And yeah, in the pool, gonna deter Neofrag by a large margin. He's got 7 HP. His teammates are all dead. They lose all the schmeckles and the goodies.
Yeah, I think is the right sentiment. This is going to now get very rough.
Let's see this one again, though, because, I mean, it didn't feel like this was going the way of G2. It was a 4-4 versus 4 after our opening battles. Then Nico hit B-Stick. He's just looking to throw a smoke. That's all he wants to do.
He's pinned against the wall after that one. That death, you're right, correlates to the round loss. And that is a round that they shouldn't be losing. Those are the rounds that...
But that's a shot that's probably never been hit on B-Stick before.
It just... yeah, look, I understand the circumstances that made it all happen, but...
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and it is gonna feel... they're gonna feel the ramifications of that for a while. You can see they're forcing in.
Yeah, and look, they have to. It's 1900 in the next round, so they were in double eco territory or 2 partial investments round after round. So looks like they want to invest a bit more here. Oscar will not be purchasing a lot. He wants to get that AWP out in 2 rounds time. So this one will be played, then we'll see another partial investment, unless Sinners win this one. And then on what will be round number 13, the guns will come back out. But by then it's going to feel too little too late. The score likely to read 5-7. Here's that replay again for you. Bang. Dearie me. Oh, and the punishment continues. Oscar's little scout adventure. That one is already over. And Nico's been looking good on this T-side AWP. Had a bit of impact with it so far.
Yes, it's just kind of seeing the Hulk side to Nico is just don't make him angry. Whatever you do, don't make this man mad. And I'm afraid it's a bit late for that. They did. Over on Vertigo. Nico reminding us all of why he should be in that conversation alongside the French and the Ukrainian.
I find it much harder to see G2 fumbles in this match, right? Like G2 fumbles, we all know the ones where they don't plant the bomb or they don't defuse the bomb. Or,
yeah.
You know, we know the severity that we're talking here. It's just much harder to see those level of fumbles here. I wouldn't say losing Vertigo
like the
was one of those fumbles.
Cancel. That was the one that was most recent, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Lower sight. We thought they'd actually...
We watched it back, didn't we? It was electronics from ramp that was the real catalyst to all that.
Ah, that's a big opener from Jax. They are treating it with a whole lot of respect, and it seemed that that was enough for them to head over towards the wide open A site. Hunter's sitting there waving a flag and screaming to his gang that it's no one's home.
I don't know if you checked the Reddits today. Maybe it was from yesterday. I'm not sure. I saw it this morning. But someone had designed a skin that's meant to be like it's a Famus. It's meant to be like a glass bottle concept. So the Famus would be glass.
The spider?
The spider.
I did see that.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I think when you see it in the first-person POV when it's in the hand, it doesn't look the same way. It's not getting the effect that the guy's after. I imagine that would be very difficult to do. Yeah. But when you have the like side-on views and it's the more, I want to say art render, right? It's not the actual game concept. It looks really quite cool.
What's the competition they're running at the moment? It's Dreams and Nightmares? Is that what the theme is?
Yeah, so...
Dreams and Nightmares. Well...
I think that when that I don't have the exact day off the top of my head, but I think was it 10 skins? I think it was that they were going to be selecting. I'm not sure about the exact number.
A large prize pool they announced for it. It's like 100K, is it?
Yeah, I think it's 100k per skin.
Yeah, per one they accept.
Yeah.
So, but that's an interesting one. If you haven't heard of that, if you were a budding artist or someone with a creative bone in your body and yet to consider it, maybe throw your creative attitudes into a skin concept, and you never know, Valve might love it. The community might love it.
It's going to be interesting to see how they go about like passing which skins they like. They're obviously not going to go through. Well, I don't know. Maybe they go through ones which are more upvoted. I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah, if you're looking for the information, by the way, you'll find it with just typing in CSGO skin competition, I'd imagine. Dreams and Nightmares is the official term. You'll find it on the Steam community website, if not on the game itself. They tweeted about it as well, if you're a tweeter.
Well, this is where we likely see ourselves get to 7 for G2. Still pesky Deagles.
Beastie gets this all day in long sun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter's a more patient man than me, though. And he results in a frag. That's all he had to do, was wait. Just had to wait.
Yeah, the kills come to you. And they keep coming.
How much I'm learning in Counter-Strike is just down to patience and my sheer lack of it. Lovely stuff.
Wonder why Steam went down before. It didn't go down for very long, but it did go down.
Someone
well,
just walked
CSGO,
over the power cable in Bellevue.
In Bellevue. Okay, well, this was that 7th we're talking about here. Running into the site, Hunter will get the bomb down. 40 seconds, thrust onto the clock, and Neo frag.
I don't know about you, but I feel like these new chickens have really pulled CS into the modern age of gaming.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. Those polygons were holding us back. It's just so good to see the game making changes in pursuit of returning to world domination.
Well, some people are having the conversation that they need to update the chicken sounds as well to be a little bit more realistic.
What's not realistic about our chicken sounds?
I don't know. I haven't been around a lot of chickens in my time.
No. I saw a great, I'm going to call it a TikTok, but
a
I saw someone talking about how millennials have very quickly gone from, I'm going to live in the city, a high-paced lifestyle, partying with my friends on a Saturday night, and now all millennials are like, we're going to live on this is where Emma will keep her chickens.
Yes, let us get.
It didn't take us long. It did not take us long. I was exactly the same. I was like, I'm going to have a Bluetooth headset in. I'm going to be on the tube. Screw all of that, bro. Yeah. Put me in the mountains.
Nice and
with
quiet.
a fiber internet connection.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman by my side. A little lake to my own for morning swims.
This is an A-go right here. And not the team.
Yeah, and Zedco has an opportunity if they don't go long side. Now, it seems like Jackson, the whole squad, in fact, are going to charge through long side. So only Hunter's apps lurk. Now the CTs have at least apartments control. This might spur them to go for it.
Zedco, be careful.
Yeah, you've got so much power in your position. He is being hunted down by a rogue. Nico, another highly impactful frag. This should spur the Czech squad into going for this. Now, Util will keep them at bay. Beastic with an opportunity, dinks him, exchanged. It's AKV FAMAS. Amanek well to find it, and now hiding perfectly from the hunt of Oscar. Time becoming a bit of a sensitive subject. I'm not sure they're going to go for it, Chadney.
Yeah, it's looking like the save now. If they could have dealt with Amanek a little bit earlier, then given Oscar an avenue to get into the site, but him just lurking around this cusp of middle has put Sinners in a lose-lose situation. So even trying to save is not easy. As Neofrag trying to get something on the way out the door, needs to run, needs to get a move on. And he goes down with the bomb. So in an attempt to do something for the economy, he's lost his own rifle, which considering they're not really in a position to buy right now.
Yeah, G2 definitely are.
Maybe not the maneuver that was required. 8-5.
Suboptimal.
Yes, indeed. I think that it was a risky maneuver. This was the kill that basically secured the round. And Deagles again. So let's see, Oscar's AWP. Can he find some impact with this? He needs to. Posted up middle, nobody overstepping the mark. Flash will hold him at bay, forces him back away. And well, nade damage done towards top banana as well. So everything going for G2 in the fashion they had hoped.
They're pushing Nico. Neo fragged as well to take their head out of the equation. Armored Deagles, and of course there is an AWP in play. So if Oscar hits his first repositions, he might channel them into Zedco and Shock. I say that, Shock already floating between the two sites at this point.
That's a hard position to play late.
Yeah, times it perfectly though, and it doesn't get away.
That's why it's
very hard to get away. But it's bought enough time. And smokes will be deployed. 2v2 here, and yeah. Not an easy AWP retake, especially with low HP, and they're spraying smokes. Oscar is hanging on by a very, very fine line. The only way this plays out nicely is if Shock can somehow deal with Banana. Oh, he's found Nexa. Now he knows where the last is hiding. First click has to be a banger. Oh, he gets the fight, but Amanek does weather the storm. That's 9 for G2 on the T side here, and it could very well be 10. They'll get one more full buy out of the Sinners. And their shortcomings have come down from a lot of those early Banana fights towards the end of this one. We saw, of course, Beastic getting deegged by Nico. We saw the double aggression there opening up the B side of the map.
What's it been since that round? They've lost every consecutive, I believe.
Yeah.
It was either that one or the one after it, right? So that has been a big problem for them, and they were in a really good position. They could have had a competitive half here. Now 6, it's not the end of the world. We'll tell you the story. We flick on over, they get 6, they win the pistol. Okay, they're back in it. Can become anybody's matchup, but they've actually hit the big red button of double AWP. So NeoFrag thinking he needs the big green as well as Oscar. Gonna give them a bit more real estate to hold on to where maybe they don't have to have utility do the job. Shock yet to purchase. They need to have a couple of discussions here because, yeah, 6, a pistol, and we can have a chat. Otherwise, G2 looking like they might want to net this one very, very quickly. Not a kit purchase for the final round of play either here, so if we get into a post plant, could be big problems. The 10-second defuse will be required. Utility exchange, and that is a massive gap on the bottom of Banana Smoke there. It's so big that Nico has no issues just waltzing through and calling Banana clear.
Oh, great timing from Jax. Punishes Shock for his casual re-smoking of middle, and look how much of the map they've lost. This is very punishing from G2. They've swarmed up long, the smokes are already up, and Oscar down and out.
Would have needed a classic Oscar moment right there, right? Had to kill Hunter, swing back around, kill 2 guys wrapping. Frag responds, but they don't have the sight, right? The bomb's going to get planted in a second. We've still got a couple of smokes. We got a molly, we got some flashes. G2 should fortify himself into the post plant here, and yeah, the kills keep coming. 2 to find now.
Sitting at this point, wishing it was an Ancient as a third. Good shots out of NeoFrag. They're gonna throw everything they can here and see what sticks. They've got plenty of nades to get some use out of. NeoFrag can at least isolate that graveyard player a little bit with that smoke. Still a gap. Jax will catch them as they cross through. Chaos is coming. Jax receives them, and that's the end of that. 10 double digits found for G2. Looking to respond. 1-0 lead for Sinners at this point in time, but heading over to the defense, G2 looking more than comfortable.
Hey Future Pros, sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1, you'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for T's to be close to you already from alt mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and alt mid depending on how the T's are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Greetings, I, the machine, greets you, as does Mr. Birchill. They call him Sponge in the streets, Chatty B in the sheets. Birchill.
I didn't know if we were going there or not.
I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah, well, we ended up there.
It's just word vomit.
Does Wardow have that War-Owl have that patented?
I hope not. Otherwise, I'll be paying
trouble.
royalties. You will have to hit me up.
Well, hoot hoot. Let's get into the second half.
Today, I'm going to be commentating completely blindfolded.
Does some odd things, doesn't he? It's like Mr. Beast.
With only the DDR mat to keep me company. 1xBet thinks that Sinners have got a shot at this. They've shaved their odds down to 2.6.
Well, it all starts with the pistol round. Here comes a flash.
I'm trying not to commentate like War Owl now. It's about to come out. Nico. Oh, he wants more. He's actually pushing for more. I thought that would be enough, but no, he's decided to just finish the round here, and it results in an even trade. Okay. Hunter dealt with the A-Lurk early, so I imagine that the cavalry's on its way. Yeah, Hunter and Jax are starting to edge and hedge their bets.
If Nexa takes contact, they might not check the Amanek on the boost here.
It's possible. Good goosh. They haven't. Oh! All right. Neofrag just catapulted into the site.
That was mid-air.
It was mid-air. There's no doubt about it. He's playing a different video game to the one we're accustomed to. Hello? Hunter might have more to say about this one. He is quite the threatening fragger. And he seems to have a great idea as to where Neofrag is. Damn, Hunter looking very scary here. Kit to be scooped up. Process of elimination. He knows where you are, Shock. And he's going to find you. He's looking on for an ace clutch here. Hunter with one to find. Kit close. He just has to hit the first tap off the fake. He looks the wrong way. Zedko can clear him. He needs to tap now. Oh, I think he might have
God.
it. Hunter is a god.
No way.
Is a god. Ace clutch. What a performance on the USP.
Ooh. What?
He saw Nico frag and he said, I can do better than that. Like, it started at A, but the rest of this, I mean, yeah, Neofrag did everything and then some.
Jesus.
Hunter.
See, the thing is, Shock steps out and kills Jax.
Wow.
I didn't even compute on that. That is one to fumble right there.
Yeah, I guess on the other side of the coin as well, Sinners are going to be feeling pretty red-faced after that one.
Yeah, great stuff from Hunter, but more salt in the wound for Sinners here. Another round that should have been theirs by the wayside, and G2 being given a couple of liberties to have some wiggle room now. 11-5, they win this. Pick up a couple of AKs. Yeah, we might be quickly heading on to Mirage, which is the third map here in our first series of the day. Mid control heavily for G2 here as they have Hunter, Amanek boosted. That's Jax boosted, Amanek below.
You've seen how these rounds finish, haven't you? Oh, actually, they kind of perfectly isolated that duel. Jax had to go anti for the flash, and by the time he turns his mouse back around, the 90-degree swipe, they've disappeared, and so has one of his teammates.
I don't think they know the boost is in play, though.
Oh, way. The frag's been given on the info push. Nico's tucking in mid. They aren't going to commit. There's still 2 members here. They could still cause problems. There should be a trade. Oh, Nico gets 2 where he should only have had 1. And Jax is still a problem as well. Maneuvering brilliantly. Nearly catching that apartments player, but now the site is theirs. The plant is too. And Sinners have made this one work.
Yeah, and I think for Nexa here, you know how previously I've been like, yeah, he should save. I think Nexa should go for this one. It is only an MP9 that he has. There's a kit just to his left here. We'll be able to scoop that one up. Acquired now. Will not clear this deep in Boiler. No way about it. SoundQ heard to get this fight, but Oscar delivers the headshot first, and there it is. Sinners bounce back.
What a recovery. I mean, converting second rounds has been a nightmare for both of these teams over the course of the maps we've played. But
very true.
Yeah, it's happened again. Great play from Sinners, and the Franks came to them.
Yeah, I think that first kill, right, it left Amanek in a position where he had to play for info because your B defenders sit there with no info. You don't know if the attacks can come through apartments. That was great first shot. And during all this, they still had no idea the boost was in play, right? So if Jax had gotten 2, G2 can win that one. But now they're just going to go for a half investment. Hunter's invested everything, and well, he's the one who's chipped on down to 67 to start off with. And unless that CZ is perfect, he's going to be dead. First one's good, second one cannot connect. And now we have a 4-on-4. Surely Sinners don't lose this one.
Come on now, Chad.
Surely Sinners don't lose this one.
I'm not going to write them out, and don't call me Shirley.
Shirley Temple fan?
Still existing with his Deagle Blaze. I mean, like, I'm never going to write him out, especially after what Hunter and him have been laying down, but it's his turn. And they are all walking into Amanek, who's only got a Desert Eagle to keep him company. He's talking to it. And he puts some bullets into Beastick's spine. Next should be Oscar, and Amanek's making things hurt.
Surely they don't lose this one, Alex.
Shut your mouth, Chadney. Look what you're doing.
I'm not I don't have any powers.
You are a shaman of Counter-Strike. I know you've cast this spell. Your wicked Counter-Strike voodoo is starting to shape up badly. Zedco needs 3. He needs 3. Sinners need 3 if they want to hope in a prayer. It's just horrible. Falls apart. Amanek getting 2 where he barely should have had 1. And G2 will break through with a conservative buy.
Surely Sinners don't lose this one. How's that happened?
I'll show you how. So will our replay team. Great catch.
This is it.
And then this second frag onto Oscar is where it pretty much ends.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, no. Yeah.
They've had some heartbreakers. I mean, the pistol.
That says it all.
Combined with that leads to a face like that.
Yeah, and the first half, it was like, what were we talking? I think the scoreline at one point was like,
5-5?
yeah, 5-5, 4-4, around, yeah, you're right, at the 5-5 mark, or 5-4 mark. And then they lost, and then it really just got out of control. Well, they won a force buy already. They're force buying again. Maybe they'll convert this one. Maybe just a slower pace to this round here. Just calm yourself down for a moment.
Ooh, he's very lucky to have gotten away from the spray there.
Yeah, get on out of dodge, Nico. 1 HP. 19 kills for him, so continuing some nice form. Nico's actually going to swap places with Amanek, so he's rotating over towards A. Meanwhile, that's left a lot of pressure on Hunter and Jax, who are in a passive graveyard and bike setup over towards Pit. Not a whole lot of utility to force back this push. And they're actually going for a smoke gimmick, which can work against Nico's low HP here. He can't hang around and take fights. That's enough for him.
And they're wrapping. 3-2 split. This is everything you need for an A take. It's just a question of execution. And oh, Hunter and Jax don't need any help. Oh, Hunter looks so sharp today. Slices through the Sinners. Mincemeat. And I mean, that was such a passive setup. You didn't need Nico, you barely needed Jax. It was all Hunter.
It was beautiful. That was beautiful. The fact that they could have the faith in Jax to cover off that arc side is what allowed Hunter to peek and go up his little head here, right? And just isolating every single one of these fights. It makes it look like deathmatch. He's just absolutely obliterated them. It's not a multi-kill spray down in one area. That crosshair just moving and darting around, and I think that's the hopes dashed for Sinners here on the second map. They're into Glocks, right? This is looking like 14, and with the heartbreak that we've seen come into play with some of these rounds, it shouldn't be too much longer until we are moving on to Mirage. Now, Mirage still can be a different story. There have been moments in this. There have definitely been moments in this where Sinners could have put up a bit more of a fight.
Yeah, but they have awoken Nico and Hunter on Inferno, so we'll see if those boys are in form on Mirage. I know that Hunter is a lot of fun to be watching on Mirage sometimes. On that T side, he just likes to be playing a lot of naughty boy plays in middle. Seems like they're done with it right here and now. The Glocks charge into the spray. Nico puts himself up onto 22 for 12.
I'm done with normie maps. Can we get rid of the... Can we have a day with no normie maps?
Okay.
No Inferno, no Dust 2, no Mirage. No normie maps.
What do we put in instead?
No, we don't put. We just have the other 5. Just get rid of the normie maps for a day.
We do Cobble.
Oh, you want to bring that in? The next one you'll be saying Tuscan. Then you're gonna be Season.
I didn't say Tuscan.
You were thinking it though.
I was.
And then Season. They're always talking about Season.
I liked Season. Some people really didn't.
Someone's gonna say bring Train back.
Oh, I forgot what Train existed. I'm joking. But yeah, Train was fun. I don't know if I really miss it though.
No, me either. I think, well, we like Ancient.
Yeah,
we're early adopters of the new maps, so we like it.
I do like my Ancient games. All right, here comes Sinners. Foaming at the mouth. Zedco,
nice start.
Very quick shutdown of the Amanek peak. Oscar's waiting for that, but Jack still gets the better of him. Hunter does manage to somehow find 2. And now a 2v2.
Lots of nades for this retake here. You're starting to see them get thrown out from Nico. Molly, HE, that's going to isolate one player towards the site of Neofrag, who's been chipped on down to 56. Nexa needs to get here. They can make this retake work.
So much util on Nexa. He's going to be worried about Pit, but that's not the threat. Graveyard and sight. Shock's going to be very vulnerable to Nexa's walk up here. Nico using that smoke to pressure. There's nothing that Zedco can do. Over the box, clearing the corners. It's perfect. Needs another. Nico spray is tested, and Shock prevails.
Look, it's close. It rolls off the tongue a bit better as Shock.
I think I just read it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in shock. Because that's the first time Nico's looked super flustered, isn't it? Like, normally he's been very poised. There he's just gone for the wild spray, hoping the bullets connect. Shock clutches things out here in the one-on-one.
I think it was also just by the nature of the way the frags timed. Like, as in, Nico heard Nexa's call as he's focused on finishing his frag, and by the time he's kind of put 2 and 2 together, he just ends up having to commit to the spray. Shock's already shooting him. All right, 7-14, there you go. That's evidence that Sinners can at least milk this out and push it into a competitive nature. If we see another 3, I'll start getting excited.
Yeah, for me, it's more frustrating because if they converted the rounds that they probably should have,
oh yeah,
you think about how competitive this game could be.
But that leaves me hopeful for Mirage, at least for a competitive 3rd.
No, I like that. I like that angle.
I think it's not like Sinners are unaware that they had more opportunities than they've actually seized. Nexa's caught out. Perfect find. Here we go. Nico's nade kept it level, but he hears the steps. They are stampeding into the site, and it is a full commit. They're running into Nico. He is a problem, though. 25 and counting. They do manage to quash the superstar. Hunter mantles up, and they are holding it. It doesn't matter, though. Hunter's just quicker than you. These 2 cousins, man. Both of them firing on all cylinders. Both of them nearly combined at 50 frags. 48 and counting. And now just Shock to defend his honor and Sinners. Taps away at the
Hunter's
first.
low.
He anticipates
Hunter's
another
low.
And very stylish from Shock. Looking for survival. Takes the clutch and pushes us further. He says play on.
Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff right there. With the crispy shots we've just been getting out of Hunter, Shock wants to say something about that. This is beautiful. He's under a lot of pressure here.
This is the one.
Oh, that is such a nice shot.
Delicious.
Well, they get one of their own back. Feels about time, doesn't it? But we're going in to the bloody deep end. SMGs, pistols, flashes. This is the problems for Sinners right now. I'm more worried about them in this round than I am when the guns are out. So let's take a little bit of a look.
They might boost on this, and that could lead to a real spicy deagle out of Jax. The Jax special. Oh, God, no, not like this. He gets 3 with his Desert Eagle. I mean, 1, sure, 2, all right, but 3.
Oh, no.
I can't believe it. The Jax special, though, they do like to throw in that boost and boiler. Let's see if Shock's got anything left to say about this one. He's just come up with a 1v3. Nico's caught him. That will be 15. And Sinners let it slip at the final rung. Eesh. I was just visualizing like a 14-10.
Yeah.
A full buy battle. Let's see this again. So he adjusts straight into Zedco, then finishes off those in the distance.
Crazy.
That's actually nuts. Look at his aim.
Crazy.
He finds 3 heads.
That's so nuts. How?
Bloody hell,
How?
bro. I don't know. I've never seen anyone pull 3 out of the hat like that.
Oh, that shouldn't be happening. All right, well, story of Inferno for Sinners, of what should and shouldn't be taking place. But
What?
G2, their individuality, it's definitely been on display. Hunter, Nico, and now Jax with a couple of magic moments here. Amanek's been very, very handy with some impact kills, and well, Nexa really hasn't had to do a lot. The scoreline's 15-8, very likely to be 16 here as Sinners have thrown together this buy. They've all jumped into the closet, grabbed their favorite budget item. And they're working on this B presence, but this time round, Amanek has friends. Nexa and Nico still close by. Wow, something's up. They've smelt a bit of a problem over towards A as they're floating with the rotation. Long has been open. That seems to be the mystery that G2 are trying to solve right now, and leaving Nexa on his lonesome. If he backpedals now, no dramas. There you go. If he hung around, could have had some real issues.
If Shock kills Nico, he'll sell this so good. Okay. Okay, he can even start flanking B or lock down the rotate. He's got a choice to make. He's got 2 players to try and cage. Hunter and Jax will be unable to contribute if Shock can catch them rotating through.
Almost a double.
Nearly, but they have the sight unless Nexa can disturb. He does reveal himself. It's down to the Deagle of Oscar. He's got an AWP in play as well. Hiding in plain sight. Neofrag with 1, Oscar another. Now we're cooking. Bomb can be planted. Sinners say play on. Neofrag though, ooh, could have been caught by the Jax. Quick aim. He's snappy, this boy. But now I don't see how he's supposed to break them. Nade onto Neofrag with a perfect topspin.
Oscar's even looking
Oscar,
here.
yeah. And he takes it. 15-9. Shock with a lot of impact as well onto Nico with that first opening.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. That was going to cause a lot of issues. And the thing was, G2 even solved the puzzle immediately because Hunter and Jax just barreled down middle, right? It wasn't like they were worried about going through mid to B. They understood how they had to rotate in for this one. And they're just able to leisurely make their way up Banana. You can see Hunter there getting caught looking the wrong way. And Oscar, well, he didn't get flustered either. When he knew Nexa was towards the back of that triple box, he could have overstepped, but he waited for his teammate. They played off of each other, and this is just keeping the stress levels high for G2. So whatever Sinners are able to continue to throw on the board here is going to keep a lot of pressure on the other side of things going into map number 3. Now, Sinners win this one. Nico has invested in an AWP right now. The loss bonus in the next round of play is only going to be 1,900. So I'm curious to see how much more of an investment G2 want to go for. Kevlar, Orp, okay, so Hunter's going for a Deagle, so they're not all inning this. I think with Hunter's loss, money where it is and the loss bonus coming in, he maybe can drop a gun.
Let's Nico just off the leash for this one.
Yeah, and then they just give this one a crack, or they're happy to concede 2, and there's no reason why Nico can't go for a buy like this, because it might catch Sinners off guard and be enough. And we've already seen them win so many low buy rounds that this isn't out the realms of possibility at all.
No, far from it. Sinners have given us enough evidence to believe that that is a possibility. Now, Nico had a choice there, and he's chosen to commit to Banana, which now means he's getting hunted by a Mag-10. Looks like it's not there, and all of his thousands of dollars now thrust to the floor thanks to Beastic and his Mag-10. Sinners won 10.
Oh, I just imagine if a couple of these little mistakes
know,
or
right?
multi-kills didn't go against them here. There was a chance for Jax to get that kill, but Shock looking aware. Warming into this one, Shock. 21 kills for him. We had Neofrag on Vertigo getting it done.
Yeah, and a 1v3 out of Shock as well. Definitely good to see that he's got the capability, that clutch factor built within his system.
Yeah, he had to win. He won 2 back-to-back clutches in that round. He got left in the 1-on-4. That would have been 3 back-to-back clutches he would needed to win one to keep Sinner's streak alive. Now, this is just a matter of a time until they're not wincing with this. 15 is for G2, right? So you'd think under the pump, under pressure, but they're looking good. Bomb's gone down. Just Hunter to find.
I think they're babysitting the orb. Like, they don't want Hunter to pick it up.
Good shout. Very good shout.
Like, as soon as Beastic got that and they saw the 2 frags in the feed, they didn't leave it. Didn't want it for themselves, though, and so we will see G2. Now, look at the numbers here, Chaddy, because you were theory crafting that Hunter would be able to drop. I see 2 players, Nico, Amanek 3K, so we maybe get the Amanek 9. The
Yeah.
MP9, I mean, I was trying to say 10, but...
Because Hunter's using the Silent Stem 4, right, he could drop one, and they're going to be fine for a buy, but it won't have everything they need for complete map control unless Amanek goes for that MP9 like you're talking about, and Jax does the same. Because they'll need all those extra nades if they want to go for full banana control, or if they have any other kind of maneuvers, utility-based to go off of. And when you only need 1 round, and now you have 5, you could go for another partial again now, right? Yeah. You don't have to rush it.
Do like some 5-7 fruity business.
Yeah, just take it a little bit of an easy round here. You're going to have a swelling bank balance going forward. Flashes are being purchased by Nexa. And here comes the pistol upgrades. They can even go for Kevlar on a few of them. Lost bonus next round will be 2,400. So yeah, a bit of extra cash to splash. Oh, and Hunter's even gone for an M4. So yeah, this isn't going to be easy for Sinners. You don't know what type of buy you're going to be up against. Last round was pistols and an orb.
On one today.
Yeah, now it's Hunter with an M4 and a couple of flashes, a couple of smokes. Hunter's going to get flashed in.
Oh, he's just got the perfect crosshair placement for the receipt of Neofrag, and he's not quite done. The flames will deter.
Well, now they know that Hunter was over towards B early, right? Maybe that's information that Sinners can operate with. If they get a move on now and disrespect this top mid smoke, never mind, he's back over here. Yeah, big problems.
Yeah, and they're going to wrap into short thinking,
miss smoke.
And he's here, ready to hurt them. Good catch on Balk, they know there's more. It's Hunter, oh, he's everywhere. He wants to end it right here, good damage. 3, and it sets Amanek up to finish. Oscar up against 2 to defend his team's honor here. Nico not going to succumb. Hunter's done so much, they just need to finish the job.
Oh, they're going to boost.
That'll catch him as well. He'll plant default, though. Tucked in on the close box. Is Oscar ready? He's not, and that's the end of it. A stylish finish as well from G2. Boosting over the smoke. Oscar had no idea, and Weezy are ready. And I think this sets the scene perfectly for Mirage, our 3rd map to separate them. G2 Sinners, the opening game of Group B, ESL Pro League Season 14, and it's a competitive one. Looking forward to seeing if Nico and Hunter can keep that form up, and if Sinners can push them on our 3rd. We'll see you for Mirage in a minute.